Today in our analysis, we will give you the difference of the media in China before and after digital, such as technology device and the internet appear. First of all, we will begin the research question that we will disclose later. Next is the arm of this report to analyze the trend of the mass media in China before and after the intervention of digital disruption and to predict for the future of the mass media in China. Our presentation has 6 parts, including 3 findings and a prediction of the media in China in the future. Now we will go through some information about China, particularly the media in this country. China is well known that it's a democracy country and don't depend on socialism. However, since 1990, with the development of the internet, the discourse structure of China has been changed fundamentally. Methodology have two tabs. The one tab is qualitative methodology and one is quantitative method. Now we will begin with the government role in the relationship between the media and public sphere in China. Since the very beginning, the mass media in China has always been under control of the government. However, since China's massive economic reformation in 1980, the mass media system has vastly evolved by developing a central level of editorial freedom and become more connected with the people. In 1947, the Chinese Communist Party took power in China under the leadership of Mao Zedong. Although China was no longer a semi-colonial country like in the past and the country was supposed to belong to the people, it did not mean that the communist controlled mass media has served the interests of all Chinese citizens. The rest was so overwhelmed by the party propaganda that they were not left to serve all the social force. The goal of the mass media during this era was not to reflect public opinion, but to use the party's or highest leader thought to unify the people thought. In People Daily, one of the biggest and first national newspaper, was under direct control of party top leader Mao Zedong. The party used People Daily to publish political agenda and propaganda rather than examine the day's important news daily. During this period, the communication system worked one way and hierarchical, in which different people were able to access different amounts of information, and only the central government had monopoly on true and complete information about the society. Therefore, in Habermas' the media in this period was not underpinning of the public sphere, but rather a government publicity. After China Reformation in 1980, Deng Xiaoping's open door policy brought about nationwide reform that nurtured and unrelenting media bomb. Since 1994, when China joined the global internet bandwagon, it has been a kind of internet revolution in China. Being decentralized and open, being accessible to any citizen, and being difficult to censor, the internet has been viewed as the most important media tool in China. Despite easing the control over the mass media in general, Chinese government still keep everything under a central level. The media and the public could criticize the government on a central degree, but they are not supposed to challenge party power non-actively and independently engage in China politics. The Tiananmen protest in 1989, for example, the Chinese government at that time used every action and influence they have to block the information about the accident getting out of Beijing from spreading false news about the protest to firing and executing journalists who report about the news, and now the word Tiananmen has been censored from every website in China to erase the accident from Chinese history, especially among younger generation. In short, the relationship between the media and public sphere in China is enhanced with the help of digital technology, especially the internet, but everything is under surveillance of the government. The government directly still have an influence on the media. Chinese government is no longer prohibit the media and public from criticizing the wrongdoing of authority system, but only at some level. Now we move to the exchange of public sphere. Helen asserted that Chinese public sphere before 1949 was really similar to the Habermas public sphere in terms of its participants. Early members of the Chinese Communist Party such as Mao Zedong, Zhou Enlai, and Liu Xiaowing came from well-off families with private property. Additionally, they are all liter, which means reasonably the member of immersion bourgeois class. At that time, like the European coffee house, the Chinese coffee tea house was an era where opinion was shared and other form of communication took place. From the perspective of the physical public sphere, the Chinese tea house played a similar role in public life and politics to coffee house and salon in Europe. Choosing Wang and Benjamin Park 2008 point out there are at least three factors that support its positive potential of the Internet. First, the scale and the scope of the Internet make it possible for more people to participate in public discussion. Second, the manner of communication online is structurally more democratic. Third, the Internet has revitalized relations between media and the public, providing the public improved access to media content and faster feedback mechanism. Finally, the Internet provides a direct channel for formation and promulgation of public opinion in all its forms. On May 1999, Uyghur Lutan QGLT was signed on the Communist Party organ, the People Daily website. It became to know as a realignment venue for strict state in cyberspace and the direction of the public opinion. Even though it could be seen as a public sphere where the citizen could freely discuss and write his voice, however, there was still some restriction. John admits that the moderator will delete both which set libel or state secret on QGLT. At that time, QGLT also displayed nationalist feeder its online discussion with it readily as a sort of conform to the Communist Party. Cyber allowed individuals to express their interest and feeling about issues affecting social, even the university when simulation BBS was set up in Beijing in August 1995. It was an online forum for students to complain about the rising cost, official corruption, and even criticism of party polity. Now we move to investigative journalism. The reform in television journalism started in 1993. Before that time, party leaders asked their security and journalists to report in the party and Park so that they could see it on television when they come home. After 1993, the style of reporting began to change. It was more focused on the quality of the news. It is also the healthier era of the investigative journalism in China. At that time, China Central Television (CCTV), the predominant state television broadcaster in China, even created a program called Jiaoding Fanta, or we can call Focus, to not only investigate the social problem but also investigate public authority. China first joined the Internet in 1994, even though that the Internet at that time was still a new experience to the citizen. The most influential media in China at that moment was TV. CCTV had a network of 15 different channels broadcasting and worldwide with 6 different languages, and all of the channels are free. And CCTV rarely report a lot of wrongdoing of the government on their show Focus. In 1998, local authorities have built luxurious residential area at rate 15 times higher than ordinary building. The residential area was ready for sale when Focus discovered that and reported it on their program. The media in China is stay-old but get profit from the market, even though people from media industry try to work very hard for the citizen. But the media is still controlled by the state and run by the money from the business market, with mostly in low people from elite class, which leads to the consequence that the voice of the worker and farmer was being ignored on the media system. The investigative journalism was struggling to survive between all the censorship from the government. A lot of people have given up on their reporting career due to the difficulty. However, the Internet has become the light in the darkness for the Chinese. A lot of journalists give up the job to turn themselves into media influencer. Microblog become their new weapon. They turn their microblog into their own newspaper, and more of social and authority problems were being reported to microblog. In other cases, investigations are not done by professional journalists or media organizations, but ordinary citizens. With the popularity of social media, people provide information and the pieces can quickly come together. Changes are happening in Chinese investigate journalism with the help with more open data and better tools. There are still a lot of challenge and risks for doing serious indie journalism in Chinese. Yes, debate all the difficult continuously efforts are being made and as a collaboration between media organizations, civil society, and individual citizens, and it's important to keep it going. Conclusion: to sum up, the development of digital and the internet make a huge change in China, not only the citizens but also the system of the government. Before 1980, China policy worked based on authoritarianism theory. By applying this theory, propaganda used to deliver information to the citizen through newspaper, television, or radio with a control by the government. It was called one-way communication. After 1908, when digital rose dramatically, China changed the policy to social responsibility that the government still control the information flow, but they give the citizen more freedom to expand their feeling opinion. Reduction. Depending on the number of internet users in China that is shown in the picture, we can say that in the future this number will grow rapidly. Besides that, according to the Copenhagen Business School 2008, they say after 1978, business become a part of the role of the media, and since 2003, the media has also been a service provider. That means the media give the information for people as well as the tool to sell and advise goods. By using media, commercial and finance will increase day by day because of the convenience and speed of the media. With all the advance like that, China economic will be healthy and stronger than any country in the world. Here is our reference list. Thank you for listening.